Hello, hello, my daughters. It is, well, I'm about 2 minutes late, 7:02 p.m. CT time. Coming to you live at Dasherville. Feeling a lot better. I had a little relapse, but earlier in the week. Um, but I am back, fine, no problem. Um, it has been an interesting week. I have been learning a new editing program. As most of you know, I've been using KineMaster. I did use Final Cut Pro for a little bit, and I am now learning CapCut. So now is kind of been a learning experience this week. And hey, Mike's in the house. Hi, Mike. How you doing, Mike? I missed it on Wednesday. Every time I try to actually put the alarm on for your live on Wednesdays, I'm like, oh, I never actually get there. I'm like, one of these days I'm really gonna get there. Hey, Graham from down under. Good day from Raymond Terrace. Hope you, the beautiful bride, and Charlie are doing well. Zeus is, yeah, still a puppy. Zeus, where's Zeus? Zeus. Here he comes. Come here, Zeus. Come on, baby. Come here. Come on. He's getting big. He's actually started to jump on the couch on his own now. Um, but he's still got floppy ears. Zeus is saying hello. So I totally get the whole chewing thing because, he can't stop chewing on my shoes for some reason and my socks. But thank God they're clean. But there is Zeus. He's getting bigger. Oh, still a fatty. He's still a fatty. Most people show up an hour late for start, so no worries. I know. It's so strange, but my computer, for some reason, will not go back into Central Time. It keeps thinking it's still in Finland. And I'm like, I've been trying to change, I've changed location, I've had to set it manually, things like that, but my computer still thinks like it won't get off of European summertime. And I'm like, what is this? It just won't leave Helsinki. I'm like, really? I'm having the most difficult time trying to change the time back to Central Time. So I've had to do it manually. It's kind of weird. Elsa in the house. Zeus is saying sigh. He's probably going, what the heck is going? He actually jumps on the couch now, on his own, which is huge. You wanna go? You wanna go play? Wanna go play, puppy? He's getting bigger. He's now almost 4 months old. I think this is the most still he's ever been. What's the matter? Who's that? Who's that? All right, Zeusy. All right, go play with your brother. Lucky's like, I'm not having it. He's still trying to figure out. It's actually quite funny when they start playing. Hey, Brenda's in the house. Hello, hello. He is adorable. I'm not gonna lie. My Zeus the first, he was so ugly as a pup that he was cute. and he was brindle, and he was the tiniest thing ever. And he was a short hair Chihuahua. And so having a medium coat Chihuahua is different because Zeus always loved to just stay under the blankets and be happy. Whereas this one has more coat, so he's kind of happy on top of the covers. Um, and he likes to play, like he'll take his back legs and he'll kick me, with his back legs when we're playing. It's kind of funny. Um, but there are some, he's obviously not Zeus the first. He is Zeus the second, but um, there are some similarities between them, but not. They are definitely. He is way adorable, yeah, as a puppy than Zeus the first ever was, because he was so ugly that he was cute. Elsa's saying hi to Graham, and Graham wrote a novel. Okay, let's see what it says. Pouring rain here, just continued with our run of luck. The awning and oh no! Let's hold it over the fan now. Oh no! Oh my gosh! That stinks. I have my awning. I have the moonshade, so if it starts windy, I just take it down. Happened to me when I went back to courtside from Ironwood. Really? Yeah, the windstorms is crazy in courtside. And when it has a windstorm, I always take everything in, like even the pop top stays down, everything, like no. I don't deal with all of that sand and everything like going around. Um, wow. Well, that's right. You went to courtside after Ironwood. Elsa's saying hi. Right before the Wandering Gypsy interview. And Larissa's in the house. I hope you got the planner. It was delivered. I bought her a planner so she could organize her homework schedules so she wouldn't forget, so she stays on top of all of her schoolwork. Brenda's saying hello. I did. Good. I hope you use it. Hey, Pam. How are you? Yeah, so I'm learning a new video editing program and all its quirks. And it's funny, like I said, if you learn one program, you can learn another one pretty quick. It's just where everything is. Like, I know what I want and what it's called, so it's trying to find the new shortcuts, the new placement of where things are. I've been editing. I have so much footage that I have to go through. It's like, oh my gosh. It's so overwhelming. So I ended up having to break it down into A roll and B roll and Helsinki versus Tallinn versus the airline versus so many different ways. Um, it is insane how much footage that I got, and how to try and organize all of it, and as well as learning all of the new editing, like where things are, where to split, where to cut, where's this, where's that, what's the magic word of this, what's the magic word of that. So I've spent the last like 3 or 4 days on the computer basically learning a new editing software that I think will be better than it it isn't as involved as Final Cut, because Final Cut Pro there's so many nuances that it's overwhelming at times. Um, And it's more than KineMaster because that's just the basic program. So I can do a lot more with CapCut. So I'm learning all of the new stuff. I saw that interview. Yeah, I did too. Yeah, the awning picked up and folded inches from, oh, camera wasn't rolling at that time. Oh my goodness. That wind is brutal. Courtside wind is really brutal. I'm not gonna lie. And 12:30, a bag and the bride goes out to check, falls over one of the broken. Oh no. No. Oh no. I hope she's all right. Is she okay? Ugh. Well, I pray that she gets a fast recovery, Graham. My gosh. That's the last thing, especially at 12:30 in the morning. I mean, last thing you need is all that. Exactly. Oh, Jesus, right. I agree with you. Yeah, here's you guys are gonna love. Let's see if I can do this right. No, of course not. I'm playing with all the settings on StreamYard. Let's see. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, here's the wonderful, all the B-roll that I have, all these clips that I have. And that's just the B-roll. Here's the A-roll. Then I have it for broken down by, let's see, what is this? Flights. This is all the flight stuff, all the Tallinn. I ended up having to really go in and do all of this stuff because trying to organize all this stuff is insane. I didn't realize I had this much footage to go through. It's like, oh my God. Yeah, I agree. Prayers that she is good and she, heals well. Oh my goodness. She's been having problems with her knee. She got a cut on the head. Oh my God. Hurt her shoulder and ripped open her already damaged knee. Oh. Well, I hope the beautiful bride is doing better. So yeah, I've been learning the new wonderful editing program, as they say. Let me see if I can. So this is how it is looking like on the other side. There are so many different, you've got the normal stuff as far as, your timeline, your preview window, and then when you click on your clips, you can change everything in this wonderful extra. Then you can make whatever one's bigger. And Old Helsinki Park. So it's learning a new program that always takes the hardest because you know what you want to do. So having to learn where the things are, where certain shortcuts are. Each program is different, but not It's like it does the same things that you want it to do. And then I'm also learning new transitions, new things that CapCut is specific to CapCut. So learning all these wonderful things are so much different. But I figured it was more of a fun program to use than Final Cut, it was lesser than Final Cut, but more than KineMaster. Will you be doing more editing lessons? I probably will because CapCut does have a desktop and a um, mobile phone. So I'm probably going to update the series from KineMaster, which is a very, 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 very basic editing program. I should probably finish that one though too because I haven't shown you how to upload and on KineMaster and to post it to YouTube. So those are the only two things that are missing on that series. And then do this more of an advanced lesson with CapCut because CapCut seems to be really, it's a lot easier. But it's more advanced than KineMaster because it does offer more as far as a short form video where you can make a short form video from your long form video quite easily. And so the only thing is you would have to do all of your videos in horizontal. And when you go vertical, you can enlarge that to be the vertical frame. So if you are in vertical frame trying to go long form, it doesn't work well. So having the option where you can change your long form into short form videos is always go horizontal because you'll have more to choose from should you do that. So yeah, buddy. She's up for total knee replacement surgery anyways. Yeah, but still, that's still but now she has a heap of and a hole in it. Once we clean all the blood away, her head is not too bad. A big bruise and a black eye, but head injuries are always worse. They look worse than they are. They bleed more than anything. My mother, God love her, she fell and she hit her forehead and she got black and blue. But from that black and blue, she didn't break skin. So it ended up just draining into her face. I mean, she literally looked black and blue like she did a face plant and her whole entire face was black and blue and bruised for about 2 weeks. And didn't hurt. It was just looked so bad. Looked really, really bad. And but that was because the blood had gone in between the epidermis and the rest of, her skull. And so it was just, her white blood cells had to have time to take care of it. And wow. And it didn't hurt, but it just definitely bruised her whole entire face. Don't use the music they offer. A number of creators are getting copyright strikes. Yeah, I don't use music from there. I have a subscription to Epidemic Sound. So all of my sound effects, all of my music, all of that comes from them since I do have the membership for it. So I don't use CapCuts. I don't even use YouTube's. I pay for subscription, so I use what kind of music I like. And so I use Epidemic Sound. And they tried, my last video I did, they tried to give me a copyright strike, to which I fought because I had put in the description music by Epidemic Sound. They sent it to Epidemic Sound. They saw I had a subscription, and YouTube removed the copy strike. So because I had subscription, and I will always have the subscription. I mean, to me, it's worth it because of the library that they have is just so extensive that I will always have that membership. So there will be no copy strike. But I agree, copy strikes with CapCut is huge, because a lot of people also with TikTok, YouTube, things like that, they're really trying to crack down on that kind of stuff. And so I just avoid it by using my Epidemic Sound membership. And I always make sure that I put, give them the credit, music by Epidemic Sound. And like I said, they tried to copyright me. They tried to strike me, and they sent it to Epidemic Sound. Epidemic Sound looked up my account and said, nope, she's good to go. And I got it removed. So, yay. I liked your LS. When you do, I'll be waiting. Oh, good. Yeah, I mean, I'm a good teacher. It's really good on the technical stuff. I kind of like teaching because I want everybody to be able to do it. And like I said, it's one thing to learn another program. Zeus is playing with his squeaky toy, guys, if you can't hear it. Zeus. If you learn one editing program, it is pretty much the same basic stuff throughout, but each program has things that are different. Like I like, especially for travel vlogging, CapCut has a lot of templates that are really easy to use. And then I just pick, delete the music that they have, add the music that I want, and I never had a problem. I should never have a problem. And so, yeah, kind of nice. But thanks. It encourages me to, I must be a good teacher if you're learning something from it. So I guess that's pretty good. Yeah, my Diet Mountain Dew, guys. A little parched. It has been hot and crazy here in Texas. We've had 90 degrees, 86% humidity. Thank gosh, I'm here in Dasherville with some AC going. Other news too, also. My sister has finally sold her house, so she will be moving to the property within 30 days. Hey. So I will no longer be alone on this, big property. So it's kind of nice. Deb will be just around the corner, just down the driveway. So that's going to be nice. I've been here, geez, almost a year. June 1st will be a year that I've been here. June 1st, yeah. I moved here June 1st. And so it'll be a year that I've been at Dasherville. And it still looks like crap. I mean, it's still a bunch of boxes and things that I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to go through all this stuff and go through another purge. If I haven't opened that box in a year, man, it's got to go. So I'll be doing some purging also. Trust me. It is insane. Let's see. You guys can hear me? Thanks for mentioning you want to finish the editing. I thought I missed out on uploading. No, no. Yeah, I didn't record that at the time. I was moving. I was getting everything um packed up. The office had to be disassembled. All my studio had to be disassembled. And even just getting here and creating a new work area. I finally, have my desk. I finally have my double monitors up. I finally have everything, pretty much situated, which is kind of nice. But it still is no studio by any means. I still have a lot of work I have to do, but in all, it should be, hopefully, I should be working on that. My Route 66 has been moved to next year. Oh, my reorganization of my channel and niche is taking a while. And it's true because it's the same with me. I've changed from just specifically van life to travel. Because I love to travel, guys. That I hadn't done it for so long that this Finland trip was fantastic for me. And you all know I cruise. So between cruising, traveling, and van life, I'm like, it's more of a travel channel than it is van life channel. I have tips and tricks to make a long haul economy, bearable, where it's actually comfortable. Uh, I remember on my way back from Finland, I had a 9-hour flight from Finland back to Chicago, and I had the worst food on Finnair on the way back. They gave us a cheese sandwich, cold cheese sandwich, uh, and blueberry juice. That was it. That was your meal. Was a cold cheese sandwich. I'm like, thank gosh I ate a lot before we got on the plane because the meals coming back from Finland to the US were horrible. Now, from the US to Finland, they were great. Um, but I was so disappointed on the food coming back. And in economy, this is an economy, guys, not business or, premium economy or anything like that. It was strictly economy. And it was the worst food I have ever had on a plane. Um, a cheese sandwich. I mean, and the bread was hard. The cheese was like cold. It was just a slice of cheese in between bread with just a little bit of some kind of sauce, and that was it. That was what was on it. I'm like, oh my God. It was the worst. As soon as they put it down, I opened it up, looked at it, put it back together, and gave it right back to him. I'm like, I'm all set, thanks. I didn't even take a bite of it. I was like, nope, all set. Yeah. It that time I was trying to sell the house. I was trying to, well, oh boy, that whole thing happened within less than 30 days. I got the house ready for pictures. 3 days later, I got it ready for showing. And then literally 20 days later, I had to be moved out. It was closing and moved out. So literally in 30 days, I went from a complete full house of just disaster to getting everything out. It was the craziest time ever. And to think that that was a year ago, like, oh my God. Because I closed, I think, on the 31st. I closed the last day because then I moved into Dasherville the next day. Yep, I came to the same conclusion with my channel. Travel photography was where, exactly. I'm not a person who just travels from spot to spot and sit there. And you got to find what your passion is. And I found that don't get me wrong, guys. I love van life. I really do. If I could be in my van full time, going traveling to this spot, this spot, this spot, I would. Um, but I have a lot of appointments with the VA. I'm trying to get my paperwork done. There are things that are behind the works that I need to stay here in Houston for. And I need to work to, whether it be Uber Eats or whatever, and to make some money during that time. And then, so there are external factors involved that I need to make happen. Hence the reason why I'm not in the van just taking off and going. I prefer that, but I'll be going to Rhode Island in July. Again, I'm planning my Japan trip for August, September-ish. I will be going to the beet harvest in October. So these are all things that are coming up that, as far as, I go to Rhode Island every year for a couple weeks in the summer. So I will be taking a trip up there with the pups, with the doggos, and yeah, I'll be staying there for a couple weeks with for my kids, to see my kids and spend some time with them and watch my son do his drifting, have time with my daughter. It's what I do. And then I will be going to Japan, whether it be in August or September. And October, I will be in at the beet harvest. And usually November, December, I stay here. January, I'm at Q. So I hope to stay at Q, though, for at least a couple months in Q. But it depends again on what the VA situation and my appointments are. So hopefully I can get that all squared away, so my travel plans can continue. If I were hungry and needed to eat, I should eat. I would eat that cheese sandwich. Yeah, but this cheese sandwich was on some kind of funky bread, and I was like, no, I don't think so. It was hard. I mean, it wasn't sourdough, but it was kind of like a rye bread, but a cheese sandwich. There was no protein in it, no nothing. It was a dab of some kind of sauce, a slice of American cheese, and in between two pieces of rye bread that were hard. So I was like, yeah, I'm all set. I'm all set. Like I said, thank God I ate before I got on the plane. At night when I was sleeping, I dream that I'm traveling. I know. And it's always great because I experience so many different things. Um, like this trip to Finland, I tried caviar for the first time, which I actually enjoyed. I'm used to having roe, which is fish eggs, but these were different. They were sturgeons, but it was a Russian sturgeon. And it tasted like a creamy cheese with some hazelnut in it. It wasn't fishy like fish eggs are, like roe. Um, and I really enjoyed the experience. And I learned, Alex, who was part of the Nordic, was it? Let me see. I actually brought a tin home so my friend could try it. So this was the little tin, and this little tin actually cost like 30 pounds. Um, So it was really good. It was from the Nordic Caviar House, and it's a Saruga sturgeon from fish, their eggs. So yeah, and it was really good. And I didn't, that's something I never tried. Thought I'd try it. When am I ever going to have a chance to try caviar? For the heck of it. So yeah. And I got the whole spiel on the different kinds, beluga. And it's not a whale, it's beluga sturgeon. It's a fish. And they had all these different kind, Russian kind, they had Swedish kind, they had the beluga, the Nordic. It was really good. But I learned all that, something new. Astro Van rig is underway. Yay! Yay! Hey, Carol. Carol's in the house. How are you? Better now. I had a little bit of a relapse in the beginning of the week, but better now. Thank God. It's been crazy. Everybody's saying hello. Get lost, Mike. Brenda. Yeah, so that is the plans for what's coming. Deb is going to be here within 30 days. They sold the house, so now they're moving in 30 days on the property. Yay, I won't be alone. Yesterday, we actually had a deer traipse across the property, which was kind of cool. Yum. Got here just in time for caviar. Yeah, it was really good. It's Saruga caviar from the Nordic Caviar House, and they went through the whole explanation of it, and he allowed me to record him, so that's going to come out on the video. Yay. And so the different types, and he actually let me taste all of them. Now, usually, for 10 pounds, you can get one spoonful. So, and then he gave me a little bit of this one, a little bit of that one, a little bit of that one, so I could try all of them. It was really kind of cool. It was really nice. And it only charged me the €10 for the one scoop of it. And then I brought a 30-pound one so my friend could try it who I was traveling with, because I'm like, you've got to try this because this is insane. Never had it. I probably never will again, but you never know. Could be flying first class on Emirates, I'll get a huge dollop. You never know, guys. I like how you sing. Everyone is saying hello. Everyone saying hello. Hey, I know, y'all. I'm crazy, but yep. Learning the new editing program. It's taking longer than I thought, but trust me, you guys are going to love the outcome. What's the matter? Oh boy, guys, you're going to get a treat. Come on. Lucky boy decided to come and say hi. He decided to come say hi. He's like, okay, you had Zeus earlier, and now you got Lucky. Zeus! Well, see, that's all I got to do. Come here. He's getting so big. Come on. Come on. Up. Come say hi. Come on up. Oh, no, you just... And they've had their num-nums, so they're fine. It's not dinner time. I already fed you. All right, come on now. Pups. I tell ya, gets crazy. So, yeah, Rhode Island in July. August, September, I'll be in Japan. Might actually try to, what I'm planning on, gonna try and do the around the world kind of thing. So I want to fly from here to London, get off and do the Harry Potter tour in the Harry Potter studio tour in London and the Eye, and then take a flight to Tokyo, and then go to Osaka and go to the Harry Potter studio tour in Osaka, and see relatives, of course. Everything else, a few other things I'm going to do in Tokyo for sure. Stay at capsule hotels and visit relatives, and take the Shinkansen. It's only 2.5 hours from Tokyo, guys. And then from Tokyo back to Houston. So I'll be going around the world. That'd be nice, right? Oh my. Oh, Nora! Molly Coddle Live. I know. Sundays are tough. Sundays are, guys. I'm sorry. But when I come back from Japan, then it will be um, the beet harvest in October. November and December, I will stay here in Houston because my sister usually goes out to California for Christmas. So I will stay to watch Bo, their dog. And then in January, I'll be heading out to Q. Now, hopefully this time I can stay a couple months. Again, it all depends on how my VA appointments go. Because the biggest thing is going through getting all of my VA appointments done. I'm going through a lung screening, some disability issues with my foot, and some service-connected issues that I have. And so I am going through all of my paperwork to do all of that. Annie and Spence. Hi, Annie. Annie's in the house. Boop, boop. Thank you so much for saying hello. Oops, no. I know. Hey, we all know what you meant, Carol. We all know what you meant. Sounds like you got all your planned out. I can't get tomorrow's show. Now these are just plans. Again, life hands you whatever it hands you. So the only thing I know for sure that I will be doing is that I will be going to Rhode Island in the summer at some point, and I will be doing the beet harvest in October, and that pretty much is it. Those are the two things for sure. Now, if I do get to the Japan trip, that would be freaking fantastic. And I'll be doing that all on points. Like I just came back from Finland and it cost me 53,000 points round trip, and I paid no monies down. So, yeah, and I had over like 260,000 points already, and I'm about to get another 100,000 points. So, yeah. I'm like, this time I'm going to do business class. Yeah, I'm going to do some business class. Why not, right? I can make more on economy, but we'll see. Everybody saying hello. Face blue. Spam shape? No, she's not graduating this year. She's a freshman, so she will be a sophomore next year. But for the first time, she's actually really happy. She is on the honor roll for the quarter, which is the first time for her ever. And so I've, been working with her to get her organized so she can stay on top of her schoolwork so she can continue on. I think this will be the first year that she will not have to go to summer school. If, she's got 3 more weeks of school left. So I'm crossing the fingers. It'll be great. It'll be the first time that she actually gets to enjoy the whole entire summer. So I'm on top of her. She will not be graduating though. I wish. I mean, only 1 more year left for me, but that is great news. I know. I'm really proud of her. I'm really, really proud of her. She's been working really hard this quarter. So we're going to make sure that, she's got 3 more weeks. You know what? Um, while I was at Ironwood, Mo Bang for Your Bucks, Tim made Shusami, which was spam wrapped in sweet rice and seaweed nori. And so I actually got some seaweed nori, and I do have some sweet rice. So I'm like, I am actually gonna make his shusami and have that for dinner. Did get a spam can. I had never tried spam before. And in Ironwood, Mike and Rick actually, oh my God, Rick just ate it right out of the can. He put it right in between two pieces around. And I'm like, oh no, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. And so um, Tim actually showed me how to cook it and then put it over sweet rice and nori. And now it was almost like a sushi in a way, but it was cooked. So I'm like, that I could eat no problem. And so then I was using it with rice, with tonganashi and soy sauce. And I mean, I've been using spam like crazy, just putting it in between a roll, making a hoagie out of it. Put a little mustard on it, boom, done, Um, so yeah, Mike and Rick turned me on to spam. Poor man sushi, right. Shusami. It's called Shusami. And so it's poor man sushi. And it was really good. So I'm actually going to make some Shusami because I found a grocery store yesterday. It actually found, and it's a local grocery store, not Walmart or anything like that, just a mom and pop shop. And they actually had nori, which is the seafood or the seaweed sushi roll. And I'm like, oh my God. And I've got spam. So, and I've got sweet sticky rice. I'm having some shusami. Yep, poor man sushi. To get all these points, I want to be a world traveler too. Actually, I um like Citibank just had for new. I knew I was going. I've been putting all of my expenses on credit cards. So all of my van payments, insurance, everything else. If you spend like $3,000 or I think it was $4,000 within 3 months, you get 100,000 points. So I'm about to get. It's only been 60 days, and I'm about to get my 100,000 points. And some of these, and I might just do a video on it on how to use Google Flights, United Airlines, find out. I have so many different like Air Canada had a buy points, so buy one, get three. So, or something like that. It was really insane. For like $100, I could get 60,000 points, or $200, 60,000 points, which is, an economy overseas ticket. So sometimes they have different airlines have specials like that where you can buy airline points or use your credit card points. I have the American Express Platinum. I have Capital One Venture One, and I have uh, City Sapphire. So I have three major travel cards, and like my American Express got me into the premium lounge in Helsinki. And so you eat for free, you drink for free, you take a shower, you can do whatever you want. It has charging stations. It's not like you're not sitting at the gate. You get free food, everything else like that. So I've been doing airport lounges. I've been doing um, credit card points, like this. I think it was business class, first class. No, it was first class to, I was going to go to London, and then I just saw it today, and it was like 85,000 points, and it was $40 for taxes and fees. So I'm like, for $40, I can do business class, flat seat, go to London, have a 11-hour layover, and then go to Tokyo, which is a 14-hour flight from London, um, in a lay flat seat for $40. Yeah, I'll take that all day long. So there are ways to do it, and it's not that hard. And so I learned how to play the credit card point game, as well as buying points, as well as, sometimes the credit cards have ways that you can get their travel points, by purchasing stuff that you would normally purchase, groceries and things like that. You get 2 points per $1 spent, and gas and like that. So all that stuff goes on credit cards, so I get the points. So I still have, even with my 53,000 points round trip that I used for Finland, I still have over 240,000 points, with another 100,000 points coming. So 340,000. So I'm going to go to Japan on business class for 85,000 and $40. Okay, I can deal with that. That's one way. So it'd be 160,000 round trip. But I don't have to come back to London. I can go straight from Tokyo and do an economy ticket back to Houston. Not a problem. Which is only like 40,000 points. So, yeah. Believe me, I'm probably going to do a video on that, because there are a lot of videos out there on YouTube regarding point systems, on how to use credit card points for redeeming flights, but they don't really talk about how to actually get the points. So I think what I will do is do a video on that, because there's always ways that people don't realize. So sounds like good. Hey, Northern's. Hello. You're the queen of points. Well, it isn't hard to do it. It's just knowing where things are and how to attain them. Who's got the best flight, who's got, what. I mean, you can go economy. You don't have to go business. Like I said, I went economy on Finnair, and let me see. I bring my amenity kit, which makes any economy seat, bearable. It's got my pillow, it's got my eye mask, it's got my Bluetooth, so I can use my AirPods in it, so I don't have to be wired to the TV screen in front of me. It has the pillow, the neck pillow, eye mask, blackout eye mask, earplugs. I mean, honestly, having a little empty kit like this just makes any kind of long haul flight bearable. One thing that you should know also is bring snacks. Bring snacks as long as they're closed and not open. Most likely they like chips and things like that. You'll be able to bring them on as long as they're sealed, or even get them past security. I just bring them in as long as they're sealed. They don't give me a hard time. It's not liquid. So chips are usually okay to go through as long as it's sealed. So that's what I do. I'm not gonna lie. Sounds good. How I flew to Europe for 40 bucks. No, how I flew around the world for 40 bucks. Because I went from the itinerary was going from Houston to London Heathrow. I had an 11-hour layover in London Heathrow, which I would leave the airport, go to, Harry Potter studio tour, whatever, so, go to the Eye, go whatever, and then go back to the airport for my evening flight. And it was from London Heathrow to Tokyo Haneda. And then I would book another one-way trip from Tokyo Haneda back to Houston. So I can economy for 40,000 points. So for 180,000 points and $45, I'd go around the world. How I flew around the world for $40 or $45. Even better tower, right? And it's 180,000 points. It's not like it's a million or 500,000 points. But you've got to be flexible. And usually when you can find those trips are usually anywhere from 14 days or less. So flying within 14 days or less. Like the trip that I was looking at was for 2 days from now. And that's around the world for $45. You got to be flexible on when you want to leave and when you want to come back. So it's easy to do. This is why I like doing the travel channel, because there's so much that I know about traveling that I thought it would be cool. I'll have to catch the yeah, how I travel around the world for $40 and 180,000 points. Yeah, for $45. Because it would be $5.20 for an economy ticket from Tokyo Haneda to Houston. Houston is my home base, guys, in case I'm pretty sure y'all know that. But yeah, I would fly directly from Houston to London Heathrow, spend 11 hours in London, and then from London to Tokyo Haneda direct, which is a 14.5-hour flight in business class, in ANA, which is the room. Okay, which is a huge slot. It's a lay flat seat like no other. It's definitely like, you can close it and be a complete little suite, en suite. And then that's 14.5 hours from London to Tokyo Haneda. And then it's a 11-hour flight from Haneda to George Bush to Houston. So yeah, it's only I think 9.5 hours to London. So that's not so bad. Do you have a favorite points card? No, but I've got the three biggest ones. So I've got the American Express Platinum card. I've got the Capital One Venture card, and I've got Citibank Sapphire. So those are the three top travel cards that you can gain what do they call loyalty points on. Any one of those three transfer to about 90% of airlines 1-to-1. So meaning 1 point equals $1 or whatever on 1 point on any of those cards equal 1 point in the loyalty program of the airline you want to fly. If that makes sense. So it's a 1-to-1. Sometimes like EVA Air, for instance, it's 1.5 point credit card points per 1 loyalty point with EVA. EVA Air, which flies, to Haneda, Tokyo, or goes to Taipei, and then it goes from Taipei to most of the Asian cities. So, but like I said, 90% of the time, it's 1 loyalty point from the credit cards equals 1 loyalty point to the airline. Usually it's a 1-to-1. Sometimes you can get 1-to-2. So 1 credit card point to 2 loyalty if they're running some kind of special or a promotion to get more people to fly that airline during their dead times. So it all depends on when you're looking to fly. I have Alaska Airlines mileage card for a new one since I'm no longer in Alaska. It will transfer to some airlines. So yes, Alaskan Airlines is part of, I believe, the One World network, like American Airlines and other. I think actually they go to Emirates. I'm pretty sure Alaska is on Emirates. The One World loyalty connection. Credit cards specifically to the airlines, like a United card or an American Express card or so on and so forth, I think don't offer as much flexibility as the Capital One Venture one, the Citibank Sapphire, or the American Express. Now you can have American Express Gold, Blue, Platinum, whatever, and they have different loyalty points per, like the Platinum one is the biggest one. I have it because a lot of the airport lounges I can get into with that card. But it's also a $695 per year annual fee. The Venture One card, but I travel a lot. So for me, it's worth it because the other points and things that I get from it, like I get two points per $1 for gas, or 5 points for groceries or things like that. 5 points per dollar for groceries. That's how you end up accumulating all of these different points. So you're better off getting a credit card by 1-3 than using an airline specific, because that's only to that airline. And so me having the Chase, the Capital One, and the American Express, which, like I said, 90% of the airlines, will accept them to a 1-to-1, 1 point per 1 loyalty to any of the airlines. You have more flexibility on your point systems on any of those three than if you would an airline specific card. I hope that makes sense. How's the puppy? Yes, One World, that's it. Yeah. See? Do I know what? Sissy! No, Zeus! No one wants to see you. Come on. Come. Zeus! Come here, boy. Oh my God. Yes, thanks. Here he is. Come here. Come here. He thinks I want to play. Come here. Come. No? Okay, well, the heck with you then. You need to clip and make a video of this subject. Yeah. I know, right? It's interesting because a lot of people don't understand the point system, and it isn't hard, but again, I think having the three, you have the more flexibility than having an airline specific card. Like American Airlines or United Airlines will have, their own credit card, and you book whatever. Well, if I book through American Express Travel, I get 5 points per one loyalty. So, 5 times the points obviously is going to be a lot, but they don't always have the best deal. So it's if one airline has a better deal than, say, American Express Travel, no problem. Like I booked mine through Capital One Travel. That's how I paid 53,000 points, and I didn't have to pay any taxes or fees because I actually had a $250 travel credit that expired in July, and I didn't know it, but I happened to check it just to make sure. Now, normally that ticket would have been 76,000 points round trip, but because it was 25,000 points that I got a credit because it was $250, it ended up being 25,000 points. I transferred those over. That whole trip cost me 53,000 points with no money down. So I was just like, yeah, I'm going. So there are different things that you can do to maximize the amount of points and how to get them. Each credit card has different tiers. Like if I go out to, the fast food, Sapphire will give me 5 points per dollar spent. So a meal, fast food restaurant would be $8, right? So that's 40 points that I get just by using my credit card. And then what I do at the end of the night, or at the end of the month, I pay the entire statement off every time. So I always pay what my statement owes. So I always pay it off in one shot. I don't have to make several different ones. I just one shot. There you go. Pay it all off. All stuff, anything that I can put on a credit card, the electric, my car insurance, all that stuff automatically goes to the credit card. And then I just pay the one bill, get the points, and that's how I do it. Hawaiian pizza. No. Hawaiian pizza. No. Pineapple on a pizza. No, I don't like it. He knows it. Mike knows. I'm like, no, I can't put pineapple on pizza. Anyways, so guys, it is 8:12. It's past the time. Fun having when you talk about a subject you're really totally invested in, right, guys? points travel, things like that. It's good to know. I mean, that would be my jam where I'm really at planning travel. I love to travel. I love to experience different things. I love van life. Don't get me wrong. Van life is always a passion of mine and always will be. Um, but I think I'm more well-rounded when I'm traveling. Period. Cruising, you know, you name it. You all know I go on cruises a lot. So have a great week, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Love, love, love. Or is you know, they do it this way. Benefits of Capital One Venture Card. Yeah, benefits of Capital One Venture Card, which I never even knew that I had. I just happened to check it just out of S&G's, Smiles and Giggles, and I saw that I had a $250 travel credit. What's this? Doing some more research, I found out it came with when I signed up for the Venture One card, and I had a year to use it. It was coming up due, and I'm like, well, shoot. It's this way for me to get that Finland trip. It went from 78,000 to 53,000 with that 25,000 redemption. Who knew? I didn't. So yeah, there are definitely things that you look when you know you're looking for a point redemption, but getting the points is also something. Like I bought 60,000 points on Air Canada because they are part of the Star Alliance group, and you know that's how I found this around the world for 45,000, you know, $45. You know, it's through Air Canada. I book it through Air Canada, and there you go. Wouldn't be so bad. So, Capital One Venture, American Express Platinum, and Citi Sapphire. So those are the 3 cards that I would recommend. Like they had, and I should probably put my link down there if you guys want to check it out in the description after the live, to check out those credit cards, because usually you can get, if I refer you, you can get an extra bonus points. So yeah, let me try and see if I can do that. Anyways, guys, that is pretty much it for this week. Learning the new program, getting the videos done. Now that I have them organized, all the clips and everything else, oh my God, I didn't believe I had that much. You guys hadn't even seen all the pictures that I took. Like, oh my God. So I have so much footage, but I finally got everything organized, got them uploaded. So working on that and learning the new editing program. So yay for me. So what is the next project at Dasherville? Getting rid of all of this. There are so many boxes and stuff that I still haven't gone through. So to me, if I haven't seen it in 6 months, it's pretty much time to get it out of here. I'm going to go through all of those, get everything pretty much pared down yet again. Deb is sold her house and will be moving on to the property within the next 30 days. So they will be permanently here within the next 30 days, Jeff and her husband and my sister. And so I'm helping them try to, you know, get all of them packed, because she did help me pack all of my house. So I will be helping her pack her house. And yeah, still working, still a lot of doctor's appointments that I'm going through the VA to do. But basically, I want to start getting all of this organized enough where I can start putting up some walls. because I've been here in a year in a garage, guys. Fuzzy's great, and I'm using her as a kitchen, and I'm washing my dishes and everything with her, and then backing her out, emptying out the gray tank, putting her back in, filling it up, charging her through my, through the electric box. But yeah, I can't wait for the summer when I actually get to take her back out on the road. She needs to be on the road. Yeah. So that pretty much has been it. I heard credit union cards are really good for points. It depends on what credit union and if they transfer to airlines 1-to-1. That's the thing that you got to look at. She is getting a new neighbor. What will they live on? The tiny house that I had that I purchased and lived in for 3 years, they actually had it as an Airbnb, so they have already moved that to the property. So they'll probably, my sister will probably use that as an office because she works from home now, 100% of the time. Well, she sometimes has to go to Dallas, or she has to go elsewhere, but for the most part she stays in her home office. So she will be using the tiny house as a home office. But it has a bathroom. It has, like I said, I lived in it for 3 years, guys, full time. Loved it. So they'll probably end up using that for their cooking and their showering or whatever. And then they have a 30 by 70 garage built on their side of the property way down there. So they'll be living in that. They'll be sleeping in it, I think. But just like I'm doing here until they can get the walls and everything done. They have a house with lumber and everything, so they will be building their own house. But first, it's just getting them over here is the biggest one. Finance pizza. No. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. I'm going to get going. And it is way past the time, 20 minutes past. That's more than I've done in a long time. Have never gone over this much. I love you guys all this week. Please have a safe and wonderful week. If you are catching the replay and you're interested on any of my wonderful dashers, just go ahead and click on their picture and go to the channel and subscribe to their channels, because they are wonderful people here in this wonderful room. I love you guys. Thanks for all of the encouragement and the transition of me transferring from just 100% man life to travel channel. So still going through the bumps and the turns of everything. Bear with me, but thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful week, and as always, stop dreaming it and start living it. I love you guys. I'll see you next week. Bye.